Hi guys, so today I'm finally doing a video on my hair care routine, and I put this off for a really long time because I was like, well, I don't really do that much to my hair or have like that many products that I consistently use on my hair, especially since I do model. A lot of times some of the better hair in my Instagram is done by a professional hairstylist. Surprise, shocker. And I also have to say, before I start, there is a birthday party going on outside of my apartment, so if you hear music, that's what that is. I didn't just like decide to add background music, which I don't typically do because I'm not a big music listen to-er, so I felt like it's not really true to myself if I put music in my videos if I'm not like a big music person. Anyways, I'm going to start with my shampoo and conditioner. Just jump right in. I have been using this for a few months now, and health-wise, it's not the best for your hair. I have noticed that my hair hasn't been as soft and as nice, but it could also be because when I went to Bonaire, I spent so much time in the salt water and it absolutely destroyed my hair. I literally had like little almost dreadlock type things in this part of my hair because I spent so much time in the water there. What is this even called? OGX Organics Cherry Blossom shampoo and conditioner, and I use these mainly because I'm obsessed with the scent. I absolutely love it. And one of the little tricks that I like to do with this is when I wash my hair and I let it dry, mostly air dry, so it's almost 100% dry, maybe like 98% dry, and then I'll take it and I put it up into a bun, and I like to actually, I knot my hair in a bun, which I'll show you guys later, but I'll stick it up in a bun, and then I take it down and it still smells like the shampoo and conditioner, and it's mainly dry, but that I feel like is my secret to like really kick up the scent of your shampoo and conditioner, because that almost, I feel like, locks it in a little bit longer. If you want to have that nice scent in your hair, you can just like take your hair down and be like, ah, hello there, here's my beautiful scented hair. You know what I mean? It's like one of those little tricks. That is all I do in the shower. Occasionally I will do a coconut oil treatment, and I'll either use just like coconut oil, or the other day I grabbed a few of these from Urban Outfitters. It's the Saint Tropica Organic Coconut Hot Oil Hair Mask, and I do quite like these, although I have to say I maybe need 2 packets for the amount of hair that I have. Like, it's really relatively long and thick. I would say maybe get 2 of these, and you might only need 1.5 if you do have longer hair, or 1 if you have shorter hair, or just use regular coconut oil. But I figured that these packets were a little bit more convenient, especially if it's the hot oil. You can just like stick it in a glass of hot water or warm water, and it warms it up a little bit to put on your hair. I use the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Protector. So I mainly use this as a leave-in conditioner, and I think it's meant to be like an overnight mask slash leave-in conditioner type thing, but basically what I do, especially if I'm curling my hair, I'll squirt a squirt into my palm like that and just kind of like hit at my hair, as weird as that sounds, and then I scrunch through. Oh, I think they just turned the music up there. I don't know if the camera's actually gonna pick up on the music, but I just kind of do that, and it helps, especially if you're curling your hair, to tousle it as well and just like add that little bit of extra moisturizer to your hair. Moisturization to your hair. It's dry shampoo. It's the Batiste dry shampoo in dark and deep brown, and as you can tell, it's because I have dark or deep brown hair. So that's the one that I like to use, and I use this instead of hairspray when I curl my hair because hairspray makes my curls fall so fast. I don't know how actual hairstylists do it, because whenever I have someone else doing my hair and they use hairspray, it's like amazing. Like, they can get all this texture and volume, and then I like use it and it's like flat. And I don't even use that much. I just do like light squirts, but you know, I'm not a hairstylist. So I tend to just use the dry shampoo, and it adds a little bit in my roots and a little bit of texture through here. Oh, Justin Bieber. I don't know if you guys can even hear that, but I'm like Biebering out right now. Bieber fevering. Okay, enough of that. There is one more product, but I just, with the move and everything, I've run out and I just haven't reordered it. Just, I need to get settled before I start ordering anything really. What it is it's a sea salt spray, and it's by Davines. I will link it in the description below, but it is absolutely the best smelling sea salt spray. It's like that tiny bit of like sweet and salt, but it smells like the beach. It's very, very nice. It's very light, and it's not one of those like overwhelmingly almost sudsy smelling sea salt sprays, if that makes sense. It just smells like the best type of beach candle, but with like a little bit of a hint of salt. It's very, very nice. And the texturizing, it works amazing. And I've actually had a hairstylist use it to create volume in my hair. She would squirt it in my roots and then blow dry it while she was like going like this. It created the most amazing volume, and I've tried to do it, and I of course can't do it as good as her, but she's the reason that I bought the stuff, and it is absolutely amazing for sort of texturizing the actual hair as well. I use it a lot of times after I've curled my hair, but it does of course give you that sort of texture, so you can't really, it's not like a I can run my fingers through my hair type of thing. That's more where this leave-in conditioner one plays in. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about as well. So I don't know why I'm so hyper today, but I feel good right now. The new apartment has such good vibes. I get so many questions from you guys if I color my hair, and if so, what hair color is it? It is completely natural. Like, this is the hair color that I was born with. When I was younger, I used to dye it, like highlights here and there, or I would play around with things, you know. And since then, I've let it grow out, and I don't think I've dyed it in maybe 6 or 7 years, so it's all my hair color. And what is even going on? Oh, they have prizes for the best dancer contest. But I do have this little like blonde streak here, and I've had it for really as long as I can remember, but it has come out more, and especially in the sun it gets lighter. But I think that it is just a loss of pigmentation, because my dad around like his late teens went gray in the same area, and he always had this like little gray spot right here. So I ended up with a blonde spot, so it's like I have built-in highlights, which is, it's not so bad. I don't complain, but sometimes I feel like I'm like, okay, is it getting too light? Do I look like I have a gray patch? Am I like the Bride of Frankenstein over here? This is almost like a hair Q&A, because I'm answering all the questions that you guys have been asking. So the other thing that is asked a lot is about my haircut, and I didn't really want to say anything until I was absolutely in love with a cut or a stylist. But my last haircut, I actually need to get my haircut again because my split ends are crazy, and I think I've said that like 10 times in this video. But I get my haircut by Jennifer at Olivia Christensen Salon in New York City. I've only got it cut by her once, but I was absolutely in love with how it came out. And she is a younger stylist, so I feel like she actually gets the style of cuts that are popular now, as opposed to maybe, I don't know how to say this in the best way, but maybe a hairstylist who has been in the business for 30 years and I don't want to say set in their ways, but doesn't get necessarily the cut that is like trending right now, if that makes sense. I feel like she really understood more what I was talking about when I asked for my haircut. And what I literally asked for was, I said I just want layers with some face framing pieces, and I wanted some of these pieces to be a little bit shorter so that if I wanted to, I could pick them out and like let them fall out of a ponytail or a bun or something, to have that sort of like piecey, like not necessarily bangs, but like those wisps and things, if you know what I mean. She did a really good job at actually literally replicating what I asked for, so I would highly recommend her if you guys are looking for a stylist in New York. I always let my hair air dry. Most of the time I shower at night and just like sleep on it relatively wet, which I know is not so great, but I do sleep on a silk pillowcase, which I have left at a hotel. But I will leave a link in the description for the one that I use if you guys are interested. I just can't show it to you, but it is quite nice to sleep on, and it's apparently supposed to be better for your skin as well. Okay, my last trick for you guys. So earlier in the video I said I would put my hair up in a bun. So normally what I do is I will wait until my hair is 85–90% dry. So it's not really wet, but it still feels a little bit damp. Alright, so what you do is you bring all of your hair up to the top like this and twist it, whichever way is easier for you. I just do it on this side because I'm left-handed. And then you're going to do a one loop like you're doing a bun, and then you have this tail here. So you put your fingers through the loop, you have the tail, put the tail between your two fingers, and then pull your fingers back out, and you're literally making a knot with your hair. And then you have like this crazy like fluff here. So normally what I do is if I'm just at home, I just tuck the fluff in and just let it hang, whatever. But if I am going out somewhere or I'm in public, I will typically try to put like either a ponytail holder or a couple bobby pins just to keep it locked down. But the reason that I do the knot rather than just twisting it around into a bun is because I found that this way is the best way to sort of give your hair a little bit of a curl or a kink without having like the crazy crunchy ends. So that's what I do with my hair a lot of the times. Today I curled it, but before I curled it I did that and I took a picture, and it actually looks like I curled it. So I'll show you the picture now because I don't know how to actually put a picture into video, but this is my hair how it was before I used a curling iron on it and I just did that bun. And this bun trick is not going to work on everyone. Obviously it depends on your hair type. My hair type I would say is maybe wavy. It's not really curly, but it's not pin straight either, but it holds curl relatively well, which is why this trick works for me. So if you do have that hair type as well, I highly recommend trying this trick out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if it does, you know, it might make your life easier here and there. Yeah, I think that just about covers what I do on my hair on a daily basis. And I do have a couple hair curling videos that are up, and I'll leave them linked in the description below if you guys are interested in those. I'm hoping that I didn't forget anything, but if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the description below and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please give it a thumbs up if it was helpful at all for you, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it is always greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in my next video.